Been a while since we touched this one. Ooh, you know, I can vaguely remember where we got to, but I'm still not sure. Well, can't remember if I finished this before I start recording, but we have. Good. I was very worried that we hadn't. So we defeated Cert, the fire god or the fire giant.
Scholar turned slave. They
Of the dark.
took him with them on their raids. Drove him to madness. Spreading this new form of darkness to new worlds. To my world.
Oh no. Not that world. A whole new world. It looks like hell, 'cause it is.
Senua saw a deep connection form between the Northmen and the darkness. His tales of hell were true. Then that was the source of it. She learned everything she could from him. Until she too could see what he saw.
I can sort of get the logic behind that. Well, we've done this. I don't need to do it again. I'm going to run the other way. I can't sometimes do. I mean, this is so you can backtrack and get any collectibles that you might have missed in a better viewing environment, but we have them all so far. I'm more worried about later on than some of the ones that are coming up. There's one in particular that's a bit all over the place and you don't know where to go. This way. Past the death. Past the flies. Past the dark.
It's a serious question. When the illusion of self is shattered, you simply cease to be. Though it may not seem that way to others, you know when it is true. You can feel it. A stranger in your own body.
Yeah, I think I've been there, so I know what they're talking about.
And nothing is the
It's that kind of, it's like that Doctor Who quote when 11 is regenerating. We're all many faces or many people throughout our lives. Because you are, you're never the same person for the rest of your life. Normally.
The mark of Valravan and the mark of Cert. You may cross the bridge over the River of Knives to Helheim.
Oh no, not the River of Knives. Yep, there's a door, right?
Why is she waiting? Open the gate. Open the gate. No, it's dangerous. It's dangerous. Don't open the gate. Don't. She's done it.
Oh shit, she's opened the gate. Credits roll.
It's so dark. It's dark. The dark. Only the dead may cross. Only the dead may cross into hell.
It's been pretty here. Oh god, did you have this section first?
There is no one here but me.
Oh god, it's you!
That I would let
The
you
man
go.
who needs a throat lozenge, much like me. Oh god.
I will never let you go. You can't get rid of me. I am your shadow. And I will be watching when you draw your last dying gasp.
I'm not ready to die.
You will be when you see what they did to your dear beloved.
Oh god, yeah, is this all you actually see his body? Ooh! He got blood eagled.
In this waking nightmare, where all dreams come true, you search for control, a way to pull through. When you were in love, you left him in tears. To smother
I think it was his
your
fault.
furies and banish your fears. But in darkness,
Oh no, sorry, I misread what you said.
stormy black seas, they raided these shores. Do you still hear his screams?
I don't, because she's meant to be a Celt.
At your home. He's so far
I mean,
away.
feasibly they could be Viking raiders. They never. I don't think they ever.
His soul.
Oh no, I think they did state who it was. I don't. It's been a very long time since we did the first part.
These gods you cannot pray. They can break you, but not your promise.
Mind you, we don't know exactly where exactly she's from. I think she's supposed to be from Wales or
Your
Scotland.
sword still beats
I still don't know.
your heart.
Like, it's feasible that there's still Celtic tribes living in Anglo-Saxon England.
By your darkness within,
Ooh.
you fought for your dreams.
How's it hanging?
Now there's no way to win. In the head of his
Went for a bit of a stretch.
lies the seat of his soul. So you must carry his vessel to bring him back home.
He's not Mimir. God, imagine living with that. Living with this sort of shit. Jesus.
They can break you, but not your promise. Even death won't keep you apart. Through this darkness you will find him. In your sword still beats a heart.
An art? Oh, cracking. Always wanted an art in me sword.
The darkness touched you. Everyone could see it in the hollows of your eyes. A gaze
I like that shot.
averted from life.
Don't know why. I just like that sort
You ran
of psychotic
from it,
stare.
led it to him. An endless suffering, worse than death. And you wanted to surrender, abandon to find peace with the gods. No. The darkness won't allow it. So you will walk into the lair of the beast. Look it in the eye, and you will go to war. This is your mission.
Sounds kind of
This
prophetic
is your
considering
quest.
the trailer we've seen for the sequel.
There is nothing else left.
Yeah, they're meant to be Vikings, but I mean, that's the thing. It's kind of not said when this is meant to be set, but she's clearly in Celtic garb. What she's wearing isn't Anglo-Saxony. As far as I'm aware, anyway, I could be very wrong. Ooh! Yeah, I need to reacquaint myself with the combat.
Just say the gods
What the day,
are
yeah.
warrior for a reason. It's your calling. So
Come this far, she needs to keep going.
Whoa. Oh god, I'm not being careful.
When there is a new road ahead, the only one
Anymore?
that makes any sense.
Oh god. Seriously guys! Fuck off! I will keep doing it. Doing that move because I just love it. Just better than that one.
Behind you. You're close. Finished.
Oh god, how do I use the mirror again? There we go. I do kind of like this slow motion stuff. It is done. God, I hate it how the guide jumps back and forth. It's really annoying. Look at this though. I love a good aesthetic, a good environment to take my war to. What's through door number 1? I don't know, she sort of did a stutter.
Every gate you open into darkness brings another challenge.
Just making sure the door's locked before I kill you.
She can still do it.
Oh, this is kind of an example of
She's injured. She's not going to make it.
yeah, you do kind of, if you do get knocked down, you do get a chance to stand back up. Obviously, you've got to do it before they attack you again.
Nearly over. Finish it.
Oh,
Quickly get up.
that's what I mean. This is what I mean. Look.
She's hurt. She won't make it.
Oh shit! And I'm dead. And now the darkness has grown a little bit more. Oh. Yeah. All I can trust is my speed. Because the blocking's not working! Oh, I'm getting greedy.
Down. Finish it. Finish it. Strike it.
Ah!
Don't give up.
Oh, I don't like that.
It's not over.
There we go. So I'm actually struggling. Why am I struggling? There we go, gone. Right, now back to the normal guys. I think you. I don't think you fight many of those big axe guys. You can only fight 2 or 3 at the moment.
There's more. Be ready. He can defend himself.
Luckily, the sort of dodge is very. It's going to be dripping with. Oh, the blood looks very black. Ooh, you little bastard! I really need to be careful, but I'm not being careful enough. Ow. Ooh, death. Dealt with. I'm gonna assume that's gone up. Right, so we need to find those ruins, and I believe we have. Yes.
However you come to the gold-covered bridge that leads to Hell, you may find it guarded by a giantess. She will ask your name. She will ask your lineage. She will ask your business. The Northmen tell of the warrior woman Brynhild, who leapt into fire and rode to Hell to join her slain love Sigurd, and is challenged by the giantess.
Right, that's that one. Sorry, I was. Let's have a look. Second final, climbing down from the second floor. Was it somewhere around here? Oh, wait, no, never mind. Oh yes, you have to realign the broken fragments to create an actual staircase. Oh, so yeah, okay, I know where that one is. Because what? This is where I'm gonna like running around a bit until I've figured out what I'm doing. It's kind of the point that you are supposed to sort of strangely act like Senua a little bit. Pretty sure that's one. Does it need to be in the actual order? Oh, we might as well get the room while we're down here.
Hela possesses large dwelling places in Helheim. Tall are her walls, high are her gates. The name of her dish is hunger. Her knife is famine. On her threshold all will stumble. Her bed is called sick bed, and her bed hangings are called flames of a funeral pyre. They say she's easy to recognize, half black and half the color of flesh. And her face.
Yeah, she's meant to be basically half alive, half dead. They kind of do their own version. I mean, generally, whenever you see her depicted, it tends to be like a woman that is like black and white, half and half. Wait a second. Oh, it's because I didn't zoom in on them, didn't I? Like a silly boy. As I say, because that hanging section in that room is literally all of these combined. Oh well.
The journey to Helheim is never a straight one. Each must find their own path. Align yourself to its secrets, and you will find yours.
Is it here? Oh yeah, it is. If you, are they alive in there? No, I don't know. I just thought he was breathing for a minute there, or he moved. You know what? If he did, it wouldn't surprise me because that's what this game's meant to do. It's meant to really mess with you. No, it might be down there actually. Oh, haha. Huzzah and hurrah. Can I get through Senua? Because I'm... Thank you. I was pressing the wrong button without looking. Is that the moon? The moon! Well, it's dark enough. Plus it's weighing it. Oh, okay, never mind, I was going... Oop! It's the fart clouds.
It's coming. That song again.
Is it?
It's Hela.
Yes, the source of the darkness. It's coming. This is your moment.
Ugh.
I'm sorry. I can't watch this.
What are you doing? You're showing weakness. You're not a warrior. You're a disgrace. The gods will punish you for this. Pick up the sword. Pick it up.
Pick up
Fight
the stick.
Darkness. Fight it. Get up. Get up. Get up and fight.
Whoops. Well, that ended well.
Stormy seas and lost souls. She's dreamt of this before. They say dreams are visions of our memories, thoughts and fears, as seen by our inner eye. But what if each one of us is always dreaming, even when awake, and we only see what our inner eye creates for us? Is this what hell is? A world shaped by Senua's nightmares. Maybe that's why people feared seeing the world through her eyes. Because if you believe that Senua's reality is twisted, you must accept that yours might be too.
You failed the gods. You're pathetic. Rotten. Cursed. What were you thinking?
Oh, she's having a Gollum
Did you
moment.
really think you could win? How stupid can you be?
We don't have any friends. Nobody likes you.
The shadow.
Look at you. A warrior. Worthless. Weak. Pathetic. Go on.
Master's welcome.
Yourself, because there's no one else to do that for you.
I mean, again, it's kind of what people with her condition do.
Take it.
Heck, I've
If
done
you're
it.
too much of a coward to fight, then end the suffering. Broken and lost. Just like your sword.
Come on.
So Hela didn't bother to... Ooh! Hela didn't bother to go down and finish her off. She just kind of went, oh, she's down there. Well, I can't be bothered to go down there. I'm the goddess of the underworld.
Why go on when you give everything and face that which torments you, only to find that it is worse than you could have
So
imagined?
it's spread even further up her arm.
Why go on?
Wait, do they count that as a death?
Is it really so weak to ask this?
Oh, that's fair.
Or are we just so afraid of the honest answer that we do not dare pose?
That's kind of the problem. Like, I understand the first one going in to explain the mechanic for new players, but
Feeling.
they seem to have certain sections where that happens. It automatically... I don't think you can stop it. I think it spreads regardless of what you do. It's almost if they put it in and then it kind of didn't work. I don't know. Like I say, I've never experienced it.
It's not real. It's a trick. Don't trust it. Maybe you're already dead.
Who are you?
You still believe in me, sir?
I am your guardian angel.
It's a trick. He's already dead.
Shit.
He can't hear. It's impossible.
Come to me. Please.
The light. Go towards the light. It's him. There he is. It
It's
can't
him.
be him.
It's him.
The trick
It's
is in your mind. It's in your mind. It's real. It's happening. Go towards it.
Now I'm all wounded. I wonder if we're even on the right, because it says I'm dropping down from a higher onto the beach, and I'm like, this is a beach. There's a plank of wood embedded by the shore.
There it is. It's dead. He's gone. You're too slow. How could you keep going? How could you
How could you be so slow?
ignore the pain?
It's not like you've got sustaining life-threatening wounds or anything.
Where are you going? There's nothing to follow. Come on.
Before she first met him, she was not in a good place. Just a teenager, but not like the others.
Ugh.
Barely functioning, she rarely left the house. Her father Zinbal made sure of that.
Ah.
Only occasionally did she venture out on her own.
Orkney. Okay, yeah, so she's from the Channel Islands.
Errands.
Orkney Channel Islands?
Up on the Orkney Plains. That was her world.
So that explains Druth
Like
being
this.
Scottish.
Barren.
Yeah, then in that case, yeah, it's acceptable to say there were Vikings and people still dressed like this, in Scotland at least. Because they were still Celtic. Right, it should be. It should be around here. Though now I'm not so sure. Okay, so we've dropped down from there. Maybe not. This is the thing, it's like they sort of give you a generic area of where it might be, and yeah, they give you a screenshot, but the screenshot looks the same against everything else. And because there's points of no return, you don't want to go past it.
It's already disappeared. Nothing lives here, not even you. It's in your mind. You think you can see it, but it's in your mind.
God, I loved playing this with headphones. Like just hearing them.
The lone figure of a boy. Soul play under the shade of a tree.
Oh no, here we are. Not really a high ledge, is it? I mean, it is for...
To her young eyes, he moved as if dancing. And the world danced with him. The gloom lifted.
God, this is one I'm looking forward to. Senua's Senua's War. Can't remember
A ray of hope.
the name of the subtitle for the second one, but because this looks good on PS4. The other one I think is PS5 exclusive. I think not exclusive. I think it's also on other consoles, but I mean like next gen exclusive.
The Northman.
Oh, that might be on
a
PS4.
great hero. His name is Sigmund. His father's hall was built around a great tree, and one day Odin comes and thrusts a sword into the tree, a gift to whomever
As he
can
does.
raise it. Many try, but the sword only comes out at Sigmund's touch. His brother-in-law, King Siggeir, wants it, but Sigmund refuses him, so King Siggeir plots revenge. He invites Sigmund and his brothers to a feast, but when they arrive, they are met with an army, not a warm welcome. King Siggeir captures Sigmund and his brothers, steals his coveted sword, and readies them for execution.
Come on, Senua. Let's keep running on the beach. Running in the sand. Hey, everybody's gonna die. This is apparently found in the next beach area, which could be here for all I know. Oh, below the bridge, so it is here. Pardon moi, because this is a bridge. Or is this where it leads to and I'm just being an idiot? I don't know. I am an idiot.
Death for Sigmund and his brothers seems certain. But the king's wife is Sigmund's sister, and she begs for mercy and implores the king to chain them up instead. He agrees. Not for mercy, though, but because he plans an even more cruel and lingering death.
Oh, sounds like a nice king.
Chained to a tree in the forest that night, a she-wolf comes and devours one of Sigmund's brothers. She returns, ravenous, night after night, until only Sigmund is left. The next day, Sigmund's sister sends a servant with honey to smear on Sigmund's face. But to what end? Well, that night, when the she-wolf appears again, you'll never guess what happens.
I'm assuming you're going to stop the story there. Because of course. Oh, I could have gone that way. Well... Oh no, it's another locked door with the Yggdrasil. I believe the next one's down there somewhere. Of course, I've come the silly way. It's kind of apt that they're telling us, I mean, of course it's apt they planned it, but they're telling us the story of Sigmund here. Because of course, you notice we don't have a sword. How can we fight? Right, we keep to the left. It should be here somewhere. There it is.
As the she-wolf licks the sweet,
I wonder if that actually translates into anything.
he bites the wolf's tongue. The she-wolf
I need to
pulls
learn
away,
my runes.
but Sigmund holds on. The chains break, and he is free. After his escape, Sigmund lives like us, hidden in the forest. His enemy, King Siggeir, believing him dead, as his sister plots revenge. And for vengeance to succeed, even the great Sigmund needs help. So she sends her sons to him. But their blood is weak and corrupted, and they're put to death by Sigmund. So his sister hatches a new plan, one that is cold of heart and pure of blood.
So we've got to keep going until we see the tree at the end of the tunnel, and then we turn around and it should be there.
Day after day, watching from afar, she mimicked him, perfecting her own secret dance, wishing those fleeting moments of light would stretch out to last forever.
Nope, there it is.
Sigmund's sister trades shapes with a sorceress, and in disguise, she lies with her own brother. She gives birth to a son named Sinfiotli. After a time, she sends him to the forest to Sigmund.
Doesn't this sound
Tests
very
and finds him strong,
Arthurian?
and so they go to
A little
take
bit.
vengeance on King Siggeir.
Except there's a sword in a tree.
Side. They're captured, and Siggeir has them buried alive.
It's a trick. It's an illusion. It's not real. You want to believe it's real, but it's a trick.
Oh look, it's a pretty day on the Isle of Orkney.
Where is she going?
Is she high?
What is she following? You can't even fight. It's just deception.
How does he so effortlessly court the world and bliss? If only she could do the same. See the world through eyes anew and dance with it, just like he does.
Yeah, because you have to remember this area was very, wasn't really touched by Romans. So again, especially this far north. In a tree, what a lovely tree. It's like a tree of hope, of love, and of all the wonderful things in the world. Isn't it glorious? Look at the sun, it's shining. Senua's happy. Everything's gonna be alright.
Senua,
haven't seen you before.
I'm not. I don't leave home much.
Oh, Zenua's daughter.
I have to go.
Wait. Who taught you to fight like that?
No one.
No one.
Well, I watched you, and
You learnt all of that from watching me?
I was kind of cute.
You should become a warrior, you know.
me?
I'm Dillian. I'm here for the warrior trials. Just come and watch. And bring your sword.
You can't put it into words. That moment when you look into the eyes of the one who's supposed to reassure you.
And now it's a death tree.
It only
As
takes
you
an
do.
instant. Fear swallows you before you have a chance to make sense of it. And darkness becomes a part of who you are. But her world changed the day the Northmen took him from her. Senua knows that there's no going back to
I need to
Halfdan's
read
world.
the I think there was supposedly some evidence that the Vikings did invade Scotland,
Their gods can see into your mind.
because they would actually go around Scotland to get to
Power
Ireland.
destroy you.
They won't stop me. I can still feel it.
Whatever's left of him, they will never let him
So it
go.
probably makes sense that they would probably raid a little
Rot
bit.
here!
You're the one rotting here.
Leave me alone!
You will die here,
No!
and all your suffering will have been for nothing.
Dillian? Is that you? I'll find you, man. I promise.
Can you see him? You want to believe it. Is he not real? Is he there?
Is he dead?
In these mountains.
Is he a ghost?
Nothing lives here. You won't survive. You met him by the tree. She met him by the tree.
Yes, but first, get over there.
Tell you. He's waiting for you by the tree.
You must look for runes first.
As Sigmund and Sinfjotli are being buried alive, Sigmund's sister throws an armful of straw into the grave mound. Hidden in the straw is Sigmund's sword, the gift of Odin. They cut their way out of the grave mound and set fire to Siggeir's hall. The king burns to death. Sigmund calls to his sister to come out so that she may live and be honored. She does come out, but only to tell him the truth. That she had slept with him, her brother, to beget a strong avenger. I am not fit to live, she says, and walks back into the fire. Strike vengeance from your heart, Senua, as there is always a heavy price to pay.
There's that one. No, this one's found the other way. that one over there, isn't it? Oh, the back right, sorry, yeah, it's my fault. Front right is what we need. Back right, even. Ooh, that's a ship burial, that is. Well, faux ship burial. Here it is.
And here is the end of Sigmund's story. He was a fierce and great warrior who fought many battles. But one day, an old man came onto the battlefield. Although shadowed by a hood, Sigmund saw that he only had one eye. The man
It was
raised his
Dennis.
spear, and Sigmund struck at it with his sword, but the sword shattered into pieces. Sigmund then knew that this was Odin, and thus that victory could not be his. He bowed his head and accepted his end. Dying, he tells his wife that she is with child, and that her son will one day make a great weapon out of the fragments of his sword. The sword named
Ah, sounds a bit Return of the Kingy, doesn't it? A sword that was broken while fighting a deity. Reforged. For the king! The return of the king! I don't know which one's which is the problem. Oh, I haven't accessed them yet. So I believe there's three of these. Maybe four of them. Sort of extra shard challenges. Because look, he's your sword. He's very sparkly. As you do, screaming trees and all that.
It's coming from there and there. What are they? Look, where's it coming from? She started something.
What's happening?
Senua, imagine a sword that can slay gods. Its name is Gramr. It was forged by the god of all Northmen, Odin, and gifted to Sigmund, a great warrior.
I need this sword. It's important. Can you help me?
The sword appears whole, but it is an illusion. It shattered into shards long ago. It is said a great warrior can reforge Gramr by answering the trials of Odin, one for each shard. The roots of the Tree of Death will take you to new lands.
Oh, it was the Tree of Death.
Face the trials.
The trials.
Go to the shard. Go to the shard. What's the shard? Find it.
It's the metal runestones.
I hope this is the right one.
The runes.
You need that
The
sword.
rune, the rune, the runes!
Where is it? Find it. There it is.
Focus.
There's the shard.
Focus. Focus.
Use your eyes. Look.
Get closer.
What can you see?
a king in the north forced the dwarves to make a sword that would never fail and never rust, and that would slice through iron and stone and bring victory to its bearer. But the angry dwarves cursed it. It would be the death of a man every time it was drawn, and it would be the death of the king.
The
Let
death
me
of the
tell
king.
you about the sword Tyrving.
I don't recognize this place.
Where are we? Where is she? It feels wrong. Where are we now?
Ah, we're in the right place then. I was very worried. I don't know if I think I don't know if you just go to this one anyway or not.
So strange that we go to such lengths to bury death. Something so very ordinary, inevitable. It's as if we conspire to hide death, because we have no answer for it. But when it comes, and forces itself onto our friends or loved ones, then comes the reckoning.
Senua, you remind me of a story that the Northmen tell about a young woman warrior. Her name is Herver, the daughter of a berserker, born after he was killed. She's a wild, willful child who teaches herself to fight with weapons. When she learns where her father is buried, her only desire is to reclaim the treasure buried with him, but above all, the sword, Tyrving.
Oh, it is a woman. Oh, interesting. See, that's a genuine story. From a genuine... Well, it says here apparently the Romans recorded it, so that makes sense. To really look into getting. I need to have a look which. I've got a couple of the Norse myths. I need to look at which ones I have. So right, this is the one I was worried about. You can get very lost in there. We've got to do a labyrinth of death. Adjust my seating so I don't put my foot to sleep. There we go. So yes, it's a barrow, and inside the barrow lies death.
Don't go in there. Go in. You've got to go in. Take the torch. It's too dark. Take it.
It smells in there. It smells of poopy.
You have to be able to see.
Ah, death farts.
Dillian, I'm here. I'm here for the trials. Like when we first met, remember?
What's that? Did you hear that? Nothing.
There it is.
The voice of the dead, not...
Herver disguises herself as a man to join a band of warriors, and soon becomes their leader. When they come to the island where her father is buried, her men do not want to go ashore. They say that evil haunts the island, and that it is a worse place by day than other places are by night. Fearless, she lands alone. There are many grave mounds, and all of them have ghostly flames burning over them. She comes to the grave mound of her father after passing through these ghostly fires, as though they were mist. The flames I passed through were real enough. Damn the Northmen to hell.
Don't touch the horse. You don't know what they might do. Turn back. She has to keep going. It's not safe here. She has to keep
Within the burial mound, Hervor calls on her father to wake from death and bring her his sword. She says that it is not seemly for the dead in their grave mounds to bear valuable weapons. Her father answers with words of warning. You go to your doom. Baleful runes surround you. You have gone mad. You have lost your mind. Your thoughts are confused. It is dangerous to wake the dead. Like I said, she reminds me of you.
Shame you don't move
The
quickly.
voice
That's
is getting louder. Listen, Dillian. Listen, listen, listen. It's him. Listen. It's getting louder. There he is. Keep going. Senua, follow the voice. You're nearly there. Dillian's voice. It's him. He's going to save you. Find the voice. Find him. Find another way. It's not working. You have to use your mind. Where can you go? You're failing. Find another way. Think. Focus. Use your mind. You don't recognize it. Don't doubt yourself. You'll never find it. She doesn't recognize it. Yes, you do. You know it. She doesn't. Listen for his voice. Listen. Dillian. Listen for him. It's not him. We told you. We told you it was a trick. That voice doesn't sound like Dillian. What's happening? It's not him. It can't be. What's that sound? The voice is changing.
oh, there it is.
Hervor ignores her father's warnings. The grave mound opens, and it seems to be full of fire. Again, Hervor demands her inheritance. But her father warns
Should
her
be doing.
the
Should be on
sword
the
is
right track.
cursed and would be the bane of her family. But he relents and brings her the sword. She leaves the island with it. But the curse holds true, and death would follow in the years to come. And so, Senua, the misdeeds of a father have cursed his daughter.
Ah. There's a particular reason why he says that.
Does everything look the same? Looks the same. Something. Look for clues. What is it? What's different? There's a clue.
Oh god, have I gone back on myself?
Find a way. There has to be a way. Find a way. There's always a way. Don't stop now. Don't give up now. Find a way. You're too close to stop. What's in there?
Well, that we can't do anything if we do stop. Aha, here we are.
Quiet. He wants me to find him. I'm lost without him. That voice. It's not Dillian.
Oh god, is it this bit?
Dillian wants me to face my fears. Father? I'm leaving. I've decided. I think it will be good for me.
It's the darkness. It's speaking through
No,
you.
Dad, it's me. I think I can beat it. In my own way.
I can see the darkness in your eyes, child.
I met a boy.
Boy.
The chief said.
No.
He said he could help me.
It's a trick.
He said I could be normal.
Doesn't the voice sound
Normal.
a bit familiar?
No boy is going to save you. No one can. When they see the rot growing inside you,
No!
they will turn their back on you. The gods can only fix you through my hand. You're going nowhere.
No.
You will not defy the gods.
Loving father, clearly.
Come, child, take my hand. Come. Senua.
I am leaving!
You cannot escape the darkness. Your curse will make everyone suffer. You will have blood on your hands!
Oh no, maybe it's another bit. There's two bits in particular. One I don't like because of the atmosphere, even though it's very, very good. The other I don't like because, oh god, it's going to rack up that death count a lot more.
There's more. There's still more. There's always more to do. It's not going to be easy. Can you do another one? It's too much. Have you got the energy? She hasn't got the energy. No. Too much to do.
say that their all-father, Odin, gave his eye in exchange for a drink from Mimir's well, the Well of Wisdom. In blindness, there can be wisdom. Only by giving can you receive in return. For this reason, I give my life and pass on my stories of the Northmen to you, Senua.
Where am I can't see. Who's there?
Can you hear me? I'm right here. Can't you see me?
Help me.
Breathe slow.
It's the darkness.
Stay still. Empty your thoughts.
This could be the one I was just thinking about.
Tell me what you feel.
The breeze.
Good. Then there is a way out.
I can't tell where it comes from.
Yes, you
So
can.
yeah, here you barely can see anything in front of you.
others.
So you have to
The
go from
voices,
vibrations,
they've gone.
sound, and
I'm
like
still
this sort
here.
of spatial awareness kind of thing.
So dark.
It's okay. Listen to your own breath. Feel it rise and fall. Good. Be aware
But of course,
of
there's
everything
something
you
lurking
feel
in the
here.
darkness.
Let your senses guide you.
I can't go on. Lillian?
Find a way. I'm not leaving you here.
I think I'm somewhere else now. The breeze has gone.
Use all of your senses. Let the world speak to you. What do you hear?
I hear water.
Go to it.
This is a really cool kind of visual trick. I like. Oh, there's another game where this kind of thing happens where you can,
That's your way out.
like, all you can hear are the things around you, and you can paint in a picture by what she hears. Can't remember what the game was called.
It's not your fault.
He was right. It's inside of me. It won't let me go.
Senua. My father. He taught me the hardest battles are fought in the mind, not the soul. When you count, prove that to me in the warrior tribe. This is just another battle. You can beat it.
This isn't your bit. You don't have to help me.
I want to.
Ooh.
Besides, you are going to be a great warrior today. We need.
It's almost as if he knew.
I know what you're thinking. He's not really here.
Obviously, there's no runestones here, so we don't have to worry about looking for them.
Seems there's no escaping the past in this place. So she's forced to relive it. To what end?
Nobody knows. Photo mode is disabled in this area.
There's a house.
I think it's because A, you wouldn't get some decent photos, and B, you could easily see the character models of the creatures. This is probably another reason why it's deliberately blurred.
What's inside?
Don't be afraid.
There's something in here.
Do you see it? No. Then it cannot see you. Quietly move past it, one step at a time.
It's not following me.
Leave it behind. Keep moving forwards.
Oh, ooh. Wandering off the beaten path. Wait, is this where I came from? Yeah, it was. Silly me. God, look, even from a blurry perspective, still look freaky. But something tells me they are just blurry texture models. I bet there's no actual character detail to them. I think they avoid light as well. Multi-limbed horrors. Oh, no. I do not think so.
I think I'm in a house. Death.
The darkness is testing you. But you are in control.
A well. There's a well.
Don't turn back. You're getting close.
There's better be water down here.
Help me.
Come closer.
Dillian, is that you? I can see a light.
Yes. I can see you too.
She could spend hours, days even, trapped within herself, in the dark.
You see me?
Yes.
Your eyes were open, but you were gone.
And when it finally let her go, she could be anywhere, with no memory of how she got there.
When it comes for me, I have no power over it.
But here, for the first time, someone was there to help.
But I heard your voice. You brought me back.
You found your own way back. All you needed was a little help. A little hope.
What if you're wrong?
You're right.
What if this is the end? It's just a trick. It's just a pointless test. You've been fooled before, you could be fooled again. Being tested. You don't know. It's just their game for you. You never know which way it's going to go.
What is here?
I want to tell you a story about a god of the Northmen called Balder. The second son of
Balder.
Odin. He
Dash.
was beautiful, good and wise.
He was basically
He was fair of
the
feature.
favourite son.
He spoke fair words. He gave fair judgments. Light shone from him. Only good things were told of him. Yet he was the first of the gods to die.
And the Balder that we're aware of in God of War is not very nice at all. Look at it. Look at it all, it's so nice.
You've come this far, but the bridge is broken. There's no way you can fix it. What do you do now, Sen? What does it see? Get closer. Focus.
It sees death. Oh yeah, we're going to do this, haven't we?
Stay back, don't Where are we? What is this? It's the same.
It's lighter, it's nicer.
It's lighter. It's nicer. The bridge. It's not broken. It's fixed. What happened? The bridge is fixed. Let's cross it.
Wait a step.
The Northmen tell this story about the death of Baldur. It begins with dark dreams. Night after night, Baldur dreams of his own death, and the gods fear for his life. So Baldur's mother makes everything in the world: fire, water, iron, stone, earth, wood, beasts, birds, serpents, poison, sickness, swear an oath not to harm her son. One by one, they each make their vows. Neither weapons nor wood will injure him, Baldur's mother boasts. Only Loki, father of Hela, the mistress of death, is not amused.
Typical that Loki is the father of all the problems.
Dillion is in. Don't forget. You can feel it. You need the runes to find Dillion. You need Dillion. He's waiting for you. He always said he's close. It's about you. He's close. He loves you. Calling you. Dillion. Dillion, we're here. Dillion. We're nearly here. Go through it. It's dangerous. Follow it. What's behind the gate? Follow. Come down. Dillion. There he is. What are you waiting for? Quick, find a way. Find him. Go through. Before he disappears. Dillion, don't leave. Where is he? Where's he gone? We're in the wrong world. He's not here. She's in the wrong world. He's not in this world. He's in the other one. He's in the other one. He's in the dark world.
Oh god, he's with Christopher Eccleston then, isn't he?
The world once seemed so simple. Black and white. Darkness and light. Narrow dividing lines of our own
Oh
making.
yeah, it's that one.
Dillion
We've got to find a way to make the shadows make it look like that.
To peek through the cracks and see the worlds of colour stretching away from the gloom. And Senua explored new paths into the unknown.
The gods feast and rejoice and amuse themselves by throwing spears and stones at Baldur, striking at him with sword and axe.
Oh, he can't die now.
Comes to no harm, whatever they do. The gods never cease to wonder at this great marvel.
So then why doesn't
But Loki
they make the oath that
himself
everything
into
shouldn't
a
kill
woman
them?
And asks Baldur's mother, is it really true that all things promise to keep him safe? I did not ask the mistletoe, Baldur's mother confesses. I thought it was too young. Oh dear.
That was the reason? Don't know what's more stupider, that or oh lol, I forgot to ask it.
He cared in a way that nobody else did. Remember, Dillion? Do you remember? Do you remember the sound of his voice? He didn't believe that she was cursed.
You can't go up
You
there.
can't.
Be safe. Not in this. Everyone else turned their backs.
You can't. Senua, you've got it.
Why isn't he here?
He's gone.
He's in the dark world.
He's gone to the dark world.
You're in the wrong world.
He's in the other world.
The dark world.
Without
Do you
you.
remember meeting him beneath the tree?
Him with his big sword.
You had blood on your hands.
You are guilty.
Was it worth it? Your curse has claimed Dillian. Where are you taking me?
He's up there. He didn't know. How do you get up? There's a way. There is a way up there. She can do this. You're nearly there. She'll find the way.
Loki makes a dart out of mistletoe and goes to the gods as they throw things at Balder. The blind god, Hud, was there. Loki asks him why he wasn't taking part. Hud says, I cannot see where Balder stands, and even if I could see him, I have no weapon. Loki replies, here is a wand. I will tell you where he stands. And Hud throws the mistletoe at Balder. It pierces through him, and to everyone's horror, Balder is killed. And for this, Hud is slain.
Whoops.
He led you astray.
You should have listened to your father when you had the chance.
Why didn't you listen to him?
This love has tortured you, and it tortures Dillian.
Dillian doesn't know who killed him, but we do.
We know what kills a man.
The Northmen tell how the gods mourned Balder. His body was to be burnt on his ship, but they could not manage to push it into the sea, and sent for a giantess to do it. She comes riding a wolf and has vipers for her reins. She pushes Balder's ship into the sea with such force that the ground shakes and the rollers burst into flames. When Balder's wife sees his body carried onto the ship, her heart bursts with grief, and she dies. She's put next to her husband, and the pyre is lit, sending the dead to hell. But even so, the gods cannot accept his death.
Years had passed since she left her father. She trained hard alongside her friends and with your love because he believed in you. She saw things no one else could. Patterns, shapes, movement. An intuition that made her an exceptional warrior. Friendship turned to love. But the shadow of darkness never let her go, and she was caught between two worlds. That of Zinbel and her past, and Dillian, her future. Two realities tearing at her soul.
Overcome with grief, the gods send Hermod to ride to Hell and ask Hela to let Balder return home. All the gods are weeping, he says. Are they? Asks Hela. We shall see if he is truly missed. If everything in the world will weep for him, he shall go back to the gods. But if even one thing refuses, Balder stays with me.
You know how that was going to work.
The gods send messengers everywhere. Weep for Balder. Weep him out of Hell. And everything wept. Men, beasts, earth, stone, trees, metal, everything. Except for a giantess they find in a cave. Balder was never my friend, she says. Let Hel keep what she has. The Northmen say that the giantess must have been Loki in disguise.
He saw the warrior.
What a despicable twig. But then Loki is a massive prick.
He didn't believe that she was cursed.
He saved you when everyone else turned their backs.
I think we need to go back to the other world to get there.
He was the only one she could trust. Could she trust him?
Just in case, you never know.
Do you remember him whispering in your ear?
She'll go, but she knew best.
Yeah, there's a way out there.
Because she thought she had light within her when she left.
She is. We should open that door. And while we're here,
Wasting your time. You have no time for this. Speed it up.
speed it up. You're going slowly.
Trials to distract you. They set you up, and now they're going to watch you fall. What if these trials mean nothing? It's laughing at you. What if they take you closer to doing it? You're letting this get in the way. Just to tire you out, to make you weak before the battle. He was the only one that really did love her.
The Northmen tell how the gods punished Loki for Balder's death. They captured him and took him to a cave. They fetched his 2 sons and turned one into a wolf, and he ripped his brother apart. The gods used Loki's own son's entrails to tie him down and turned these bonds to iron and dangled a poisonous serpent over his face so that its venom would drip onto him. Each time the venom drips onto Loki's face, he writhes in agony. The Northmen say that is the cause of earthquakes. A reminder, perhaps, that if even gods must accept death, then so must we.
Do you even remember? His love is guiding.
What if this is pointless? What are you doing?
Are you high?
Why did you think you could make this work? You keep seeing runes. You see runes everywhere. Everywhere. But what if they're not real? What if they don't actually make sense? Gods were lying.
What if it's all lies?
Think it makes sense, but really the gods are playing with you. It makes sense in your mind, but it doesn't make sense in words. But it doesn't mean anything. You can't read this language. You don't understand. Sinbel was right. You're wasting time. You're cursed. You'll succeed. Slow, quicker. The curse.
Oh my.
To them all about wasting your time just by minute by minute. She's doing you're special. She thinks she nothing. Special. Waste of time. Could all be a waste of her time.
What if the gods are just toying, playing? What if the gods are laughing?
Messing with her.
Dillian!
Be the first time. There he is.
Dillian never much cared for the underworld, and looked dimly upon the druids, like her father, Zinbel. I guess he took after his father, a chieftain who believed nothing he couldn't see, and he happened to be blind. She felt safe in Dillian's arms, learned to see the world through his eyes. Slowly,
Do it.
the darkness that had bound her so tightly began to unravel.
Very careful. You've come this far, don't it? It's a narrow.
Now, if you do fall off one of these, it does count as a death,
fall.
as I discovered at one point.
No! No!
Oh.
It's your fault. He's disappeared. You've lost him to the sea. He's come. You've lost him to He's come to the water.
It's gone into the water. In the water.
Senua. Your father cannot understand your darkness. He cannot see through your eyes. No one can. My own father was born blind. Doesn't have the faintest idea of what the night looks like. The word dark to him means as little as the word light. So someone is afraid of the dark. Should we fix them by taking away their sight? Would you give up the beautiful world that you, and only you, can see just to be rid of your nightmares? Or is this the price you pay for the gift you have? A gift that makes you so special in my eyes. Just another part of the person I love.
Thank you, water reflection of my dead lover.
To protect you from my darkness. Because I love you. But it made it worse. I'm so sorry.
Killing you would be too easy. They're taking your memories to torture you. They're taking your
Right, probably going to end it here. I'm just going to see how many we've got left, because we've got that one there.
Every time you remember, it disappears.
I think once we've gotten this, it's like,
They're going to take
yeah, we're not far from the end, so I might just save it
They belong to the gods, not to you.
for another time.
The inside. They want to kill your soul.
Was
They want
that
to crush
one?
it. They think they want your body, they want your soul. They want your mind, and they're going to take it.
The memories were yours, but they're the gods now.
Nothing is yours
I
anymore.
think that one we've already done, so... Yeah, I'm going to save it here so we can have a bit of a longer part next time that we'll finally finish this game off. So, thank you for watching, I will see you next time, bye bye.